Hi, this is Brittnee Bond from the Remote Collective, and today I want to talk to you about how to gain respect while negotiating, especially as a woman entrepreneur. So I get a lot of people reaching out to me about this because I've been able to negotiate a lot of things on my own behalf and also on behalf of others. And I want to share some solid tips with you today that have helped me to get that cash money, get sponsorship, and also get the respect of the people in business. And I have a hard time with like the patriarchy and it's a man's world and all this bullshit, but I think that there is something to be said about using what we have as women in a way to get what we want. So the first thing I'll share a story about actually something I was talking to a friend about today where she asked me for my advice. She wants a website. She's launching a new business. She wants this website, and I don't know if you guys know about this, but like a lot of people will buy up website domains and then try and sell it to you. So like grab a bunch of domains that they think will sell eventually. They're pretty much like internet sharks, and all they care about is getting the money. And the more that you act like you want that domain, the more money they know they can get out of you. So she really wants this domain. She's already bought domains similar to it, so they can look that up and see it. And her question to me was like, how do I get this domain that I really want? Like, I talked to these people, I feel like it didn't go very well, and I don't know how to negotiate and get what I want without having to pay crazy amounts of money. So my advice to her was, everything she said to me about how they were negotiating is really standard. So my background's in the legal field. So I worked in corporate law for 6 years, and it's very male dominated. It's very like, so the way that they think is any emotion that you show whatsoever means that they have more power over you. So the first thing I said to her was, I don't think you should be the one negotiating with them. I think you should have a representative. Or if you feel like you can be as emotionally detached as possible, maybe you can be the one negotiating. But by the way she was already communicating with me, I know that that's already too far gone. She's like angry. She feels like they're taking advantage of her, blah, blah, blah. And that's terrible in negotiation. You need to go into it feeling like you could walk away from this at any time. And that's the vibe you need to give off. You need to be nonchalant. You need to be happy to be talking to them. So if I were to take a phone call for her on their behalf, I would just say something like, yeah, we're looking into this domain. Obviously, we all know that you have the one that is like the .com of what we want, but we already have this other thing that is similar to it, and we're pretty comfortable with that. We already have a community of people who are supporting us. We just want to know, like, if we were to be interested in this, what would be the number that you would be comfortable settling on? Because the second that she told me that she got on the phone with them, the second that she said that she wanted it, they said, oh, we have other people interested. This is the number that we're at right now. It's like $115,000 to buy this domain, which is ridiculous because she's going through her first round of funding right now. And they're like, but that number might go up. There's other people interested. All of that BS is things that you say as a salesperson in negotiation. But she took it all to heart. She was like, oh my God, other people are interested, and I'm so angry because now she knows I want it, and blah, 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 this and that. And so the thing that I will say when it comes to negotiation is we are emotional creatures as women. I think that's something that will be an amazing thing. It is an amazing thing, and I think we can use that. For me, I use that to create collaborative and safe spaces for people. But in this specific situation, when you're negotiating, you need to shut down all of that emotion. If anything, be really happy and confident and act like almost like you don't give a fuck about anything. And that's the way you need to come across in any sort of negotiation. And then you need to have a number in your head of what would be your last thing that you would settle on. So for her, say she has investors that think that it's really important for her to have this domain and they're willing to put up the money for it, right? But what if the hard line for them would be $50K that they would pay for this website? And the people are negotiating at $115K, right? So she needs to get it down more than half. So the way you would negotiate is you would act like you don't care. You would give a number lower than what you think, than what your bottom line is. So for her, if it's $50K, then she would say the lowest that we can go is $30K, and if you have and she would say to them, if you have other people that are interested in this, you should give it to them. Maybe that's what they really need or whatever, but this is the lowest that we can go. Please let us know, and give it into their court. You always want to go way lower than what you think that you would be comfortable doing because you want to give them the advantage of feeling like they won. So if she says 30K, they're going to come back and say 70K. And then she's going to say, no, I'm sorry, maybe 40 is the highest we can go. And then they're going to be like 60 or 55. And then maybe she can finagle with her numbers. So maybe they'll settle on 55 or something like that. But you want to give them the opportunity to feel like they won and they got something over you, because in the negotiation game, it's all about who wins and all about who feels like they have more power. So you want to almost give them the opportunity to feel like they're winning and they have more power in the situation. And then at the end of the day, if that doesn't work, that's okay. You still need to feel like you can walk away. Like any negotiation you go into, you need to feel like you can walk away from it. Otherwise, you're already giving them power subconsciously before you walk into it, because that's the energy that you're bringing into the situation. And so at the end of the day, I think that the best way to win in any sort of negotiation, especially in a male-dominated field like business or, for me, it was the legal field, is you have to act like you don't care. You have to act like you don't care so much that you're actually happy to be there, and they could like take everything and you'd be like, yeah, I don't really care. Even if below the surface you really do care, this does matter. This could be meaning everything to your business. And then at the end of the day, once more and more of us women entrepreneurs get into power, I think that we need to start changing that. That's my lesson and my call to action, I will say, for everyone is we really need to be creating these spaces where collaboration is more important than competition and power. So for instance, my friend, she came up with a really good idea that I was already going to pitch to her is, if this doesn't work and she can't buy this domain, she needs to create a campaign where she calls out an action to her community, and it's almost like a rallying cry, like, look at these idiots online just want our money and we're trying to do something really good. Like it's a social enterprise, which is her business, and it's like she would donate that money to help people, and like that's a whole campaign that she can have as a marketing campaign that also can do good in the world, create those collaborative spaces and have a call to action for her community to come together and support her. But imagine how differently that is thinking than trying to negotiate this and win something over and gain all the power. That's the difference between a woman entrepreneur and I think the way that a lot of male-dominated business is today. So my answer is play the game, get the money, who cares, whatever, and then use that to create collaborative spaces that are better and safer, because we all know that we need those in the world. Let me know what you think about this. I know some of this might be controversial. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with confrontation and controversy as long as it gets us talking, because the worst thing we can do is keep silent in all of this, because we all have a voice. So if you like the video, hit like. If you hate it, give me a comment. This is Brittnee Bond from the Remote Collective. I'm out here working remotely in Cape Town, South Africa, and I will check you guys later. Talk to you later. Bye.